Welcome to English Makes Sense. In episode 5, we'll be exploring the changing rule. Quick review of vocabulary. Remember, a base word is the simplest form of an English word. A prefix is just a letter or letters added to the beginning of a base that alters the meaning. A suffix is a letter or letter added to the end of a base that alters the meaning of the base. We want to take note of whether or not that suffix begins with a vowel or a consonant letter when we are thinking about spelling. And a derivative is just the base word plus a suffix and or a prefix. One other reminder, our suffix ed has 3 sounds. When we add the suffix ed to a base word that has an unvoiced sound in the final position, the suffix ed will have an unvoiced sound. When our base word ends with a voiced sound, like that causes vibrations in our vocal cords, the suffix ed will also have a voiced sound, as in aimed. If our base word ends in the letters T or D, then the suffix ed will say ed, as in planted. So let's think about this example. We've got some fried chicken. Yum. I want to spell the word fried. Fried. I hear one syllable in this word. But when I really think about this word, it means it's already happened. I can fry chicken now. I fried chicken an hour ago. So this is a base word and a suffix, even though it's only one syllable, because remember that suffix ed can make 3 different sounds. So when thinking about spelling, let's think about what we hear. I hear 4 phonemes. I, d. To spell the base, it's fry. Because remember, English words don't end in an I, so we use the Y to spell the I sound. And then we would add our suffix ed. Well, when I look at this, I have all of the phonemes represented that I hear, but it doesn't look quite right. So I'm going to have to make a change. In this case, I'm going to change the Y to an I because the I sound is no longer at the end of the word, so I can use the I. So putting it all together, fried would be F-R-I-E-D. So our changing rule is this. If your base word ends with a consonant letter and then a final Y, we're going to change that Y to an I before adding a suffix that does not end with I. Okay, so our questions are, does the base word end with a consonant followed by a Y? And does the suffix begin with any letter other than I? If we can check those 2 boxes, then we would change the Y to an I. So let's look at some other examples to make this make a little bit more sense. Let's say this time we wanted to make frying instead of fried. So let's go through our questioning. Does our base word end with a final consonant and then Y? Yes, we have an R-Y. Does our suffix start with any letter other than I? No, this one starts with an I. So in this case, we're just going to add them together, and we would have F-R-Y-I-N-G. Our next example, we have the base play plus the suffix ed. So let's go through our checklist again. Does our base end with a consonant and then a Y? Well, in this case, no, it doesn't. We have an A, which is a vowel, and then our Y. So because we answered no to that question, we'll just add again. So this one's easy, P-L-A-Y-E-D, no changes made. All right, let's look at our last example, tiny plus est. Okay, let's look at our base. Do we have a consonant followed by a Y at the end? Yes, we do. We have an N followed by a Y. Now let's look at our suffix. Does it end with an I? Nope. So this time we're going to have to change the Y to an I, and the derivative would be spelled T-I-N-I-E-S-T. So I hope this helps you figure out when you need to make changes when you're spelling a derivative. Thanks for watching.